know, long day, but a good day. Had some plans, but plans fell through. So I figured I'd take this time to you know, hit this henny. Um, explain to y'all. A couple people have been asking me, you know, how I started M3S3. Um, and then I'm gonna put y'all on to, some of our latest products, man. Just a quick moment to chop it up with you and use this little Instagram TV thing. See how this thing gonna work out. So, basically, man. I mean, M3S3 stands for Men Make Moves, Suckers Stand Still. Um, I created it based on a feeling. I was in a position, you know, to where I had to get custody of my two oldest kids, and I was young, you know, I was young and I was still running around, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest, as a man, you always used to, as a young man, I know how I am, and a lot of people I was around, we was used to having our having the moms kind of, take up a lot of the slack, man, and we kind of ran the streets and ran around. You know, I eventually grew up and, but anyway, this thing keep getting blurry. But anyway, yeah, I was in that position, man, and I was in the military, I was in the Navy. Salute to all my vets and all my active duty. And it was like, basically, man, not to throw any shade anywhere. I was just in a position to where it was like, you gonna take you gonna man up and take the kids, or you're gonna leave them in a situation at the end of the day. So I sat on it for a minute, and you know I was like, you know what, I gotta man up. you know you know I help make these kids, and if I'm able to give them a better situation, then as a man, I gotta make moves. Fuck, fuck all that other shit. Fuck all the excuses. Fuck what I got going on. Fuck how hard it's gonna be. I had to get to Cali from North Carolina. It was like, how I'm gonna do that. It was a bunch of shit running through my head, but I was like, I gotta make moves. No matter how I gotta do it, I gotta make it happen. And I remember I had my man, like my brother, actually. He's not my real brother. He's basically like my brother, and I'm forever in debt to this man, my homie Mike, because he was an NC, and I had my Infiniti, the G35, and he was like, yo, I'll help you out with that. So long story short, man, I had to get from NC to California, and then I had to get my two oldest, to Cheyenne and Quali, to Cali, and I had to hold that down. But that's when that M3S3 kind of stuck with me. I just was saying, men make moves. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, men make moves. Everybody would ask me, how you gonna do it? What's gonna happen? I'm like, men make moves. Men make moves. Um, that's when it kind of started, and then um, I would find myself, whenever I wasn't doing after that. After I saw that I could channel, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I could trigger that part of my brain to swallow a pill and just make something happen that I really I couldn't fathom happening. After I saw that, I was like, every time I wasn't doing anything, if I was just sitting on the couch, or watching TV, and I found you ever look at TV and you really ain't getting nothing from it, you just looking at it, I would get in those moments like ESPN or reality TV or back then DVDs was big. I would just find myself just looking at it. Even to this day, sometimes find myself looking at a bunch of nothing, and I'm like, I'm standing still. I could be using this time to create something, to plan an event, um, find another way to bring some income, um, create another shirt, another design, network, hit some people up, um, you know, do something special for the wife, do something special for the kids instead of sitting here doing nothing, and being a sucker. I'm standing still. I'm not doing nothing when I could be doing something. So I feel like when you're doing that, you're less of a man or less of a woman. If there's room to make moves and you choose to stand still, you a sucker at the end of the day. So that's a whole story to that. But I gave y'all the short version. That's how it started. Um, and I just apply that to my everyday. You know, I wake up sometimes 5, sometimes 6. You know, go to work, get up, go to work. When I hear that alarm go off, I got 2 alarms. I used to have 5, but M3S3, the motto, helped me get past having all them alarms. So now I got 2. Hopefully I can get down to 1, but anyway, my alarm go off at like whatever 5 or no, like 6, and then I got like a 6:15. When I hear that 6, I'm like, I need to make moves. I lay there for a little bit, and I'm like, I tell myself I'm being a sucker, man. I need to get the fuck up and make some moves. You know what I'm saying? So that helps me get up out the bed, do what I gotta do, get to work. When I'm at work sometimes, while I'm making moves at work, ain't nothing going on. And I could just sit there and joke and get on Instagram all day. I could sit there and joke and be on Instagram all day, or Facebook, or bullshit around and joke around with whoever else, or I could be networking. I could write down my goals. That's another thing I do every morning now is write down my goals so I can make moves toward those goals every day. At least 5 goals a day. But anyway, when nothing's going on, I multitask. I get on the phone. I'm hitting up ambassadors. I'm talking to a print shop. Thinking of ideas, picking people's brains for ideas. Talking to other entrepreneurs. In between time. It's all about making moves, man, because things are going to pass you up. So anyway, after work, get off work, I'm dead tired, just like everybody else would be. But what? I still got shit to do. So I get to the crib, change over, hit the gym. Even though I don't feel like it, hit that pre-workout. Because if I don't hit the gym, I'll come home, I'll be laying around and what I'm being, a sucker. Hit the gym, put in some work, put in some pain, leave the gym, come back home, tired from the gym, hit the shower, start on dinner for the family. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get dinner ready for the family. After dinner, I'm always tired, just so you know. I just hate sleep. I just hate sleep because while you sleeping, it's somebody else out there, going for the same thing you going for. And they gonna get there faster while you sitting there sleeping. It's just like the turtle and the rabbit. Another thing is when you from where I'm from, and then when even being where I'm from, and even being in the military, people die all the time, and you wonder, did they live their life to the fullest, or did they just sleep all the time, or did they just bullshit and party and drink and chase girls all day, or did they really live their life? I think